Man, sometimes I just feel like I'm one bad accident away. Sometimes I feel like I'm one bad accident away. I went to this very, very tight warehouse today. Extremely tight in the area. It was just in it was a rough area. It's just kind of hard to explain. It was in a residential area. It was a very, very tight tone inside the warehouse. Oh God. It's sad to see. To me, my perspective on trucking, as I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and actually drive trucks, so I do both. I listen to a lot of guys on YouTube, and I watch. I listen to a lot of guys on YouTube, and actually I drive trucks. So my perspective, you really want dedicated. Dedicated can change your life. You will look at trucking completely different. You don't have to worry about doing the bullshit the owner operators. Oh, the rate is going up and down and out. You don't. You want dedicated freight. You want a good account. I feel like I'm one bad accident for the all being fucking over. And this would know, but people don't know this. Outside of trucking and some of the old bitter truck drivers, the right account, you can work Monday through Friday. The right account, you can have a great schedule. Everything is all about the account that you work. It's several different sectors of truck driving, but the schedules that usually have the best overall lifestyle, to me, from my experience, is in between dedicated or like an OTR, which is a local position. But you don't want to go all over the place. You're one accident away from your career being halfway over. You're one accident, you're one drug test, you're one ticket. It's multiple things why your career can be over. I'm listening to an old guy talk. He been driving for 10 years, 20 years, and he say trucking has changed. He's a SAP driver. Well, you're talking about trucking. What part of trucking was you in? And now you're a SAP driver. You don't have options no more. So your 10 years or your 20 years can be gone away. Number one is becoming a SAP driver. Number two is getting an accident. Number three is tickets. And then also, like, jumping around company to company, there's a lot of shit on your DAC report. So it's multiple reasons why companies won't hire you. Not just one. And this what nobody tells truck drivers. The right account can change your life. You do not want to do this OTR. I went to a place today, like, I don't feel experienced. I'm experienced, but, sometimes I go place, I'm in an old, new area. I have no co-workers. Sometimes the GPS don't guide you right. That's the sad thing about OTR. Yes, that probably lead people to get in accidents is the 5% or 10% of chance the warehouse is in a very restricted area. Now, this is not all, but it's a very restricted area, man. No trucks or no. This is like, fuck, man. You could be your best driver. You're driving a very, very big equipment, a place you've never been before. It's not like you can call your home. Hey, Jerry, where do you go from here? Some warehouses answer the phone. Some warehouses do. Some don't. Some warehouses will give you directions. Some won't. You want that? You don't want to do. I feel like, oh my God. I felt so frustrated going to this one warehouse because I've been to warehouses, like 3 of them recently over the last year. Where was this in a very all around the warehouses? Signs saying you don't go here, don't go there. It's just like, fuck, man. When I did Target, I didn't know really about this. Like when I did Target, I didn't do anything like this because most Targets was right off the freeway. So I went from the DC to the Target. That's it. It's less risk when you go from a DC to a store that's right off the freeway or something it's less risk. Driving downtown, like let's just say for an example, driving in the downtown area is a high risk area regardless if you've been driving for a year or 10 years. You have a very big vehicle. You need to swing wide on very, very tight turns, and cars need to move the fuck out of your way. You rather oval swing than underswing and hit the pole. This is what nobody tells you. This one, I mean, people. Sometimes people don't realize till it's too late. You rather oval swing and have cars move out of your way versus you hit the fucking light pole and bring the whole light pole down. Devastating. Devastating. Because a very, very tight. Like, I've been places before, and for an example, the truck stop was close, but it had me making some very tight turns, an area I don't know. So why do I want to go in a very, very tight area I'm not familiar with, making a whole bunch of tight turns, So I just went the long way, because it was a straighter path, an area I don't know. An area I don't, and it was like, seeing another thing, it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm like, it's the heavy traffic, and they got loop after loop after loop after loop. In this tight Pittsburgh area, I don't want to do that. High risk. High risk, bro. I just feel like I'm one accident away. And I'm talking, and like, I'm listening to this old head. He been driving for years, and guess what company he with? The blue and white. What company is blue and white? Super Ego. He been driving for, I don't know, 20 years, 10 years. Trucking is one of the only career where if you get into an accident, it can set you completely back. It limit you. Your choices are limited. It's multiple factors. Being a SAP driver was like number one. After that, accidents, tickets, working for multiple companies in a short period of time. I mean, it's a boatload of reasons why a lot of companies won't hire you. What's more valuable than 5 or 10 years experience is having a clean record. I'm listening to this old motherfucker. Sometimes old people sound like your grandma. They have outdated information. He talking about some old trucking that's changed. It's not the same. Bitch, you a SAP driver. What are you talking about? You're looking at it from a very window. Let's say I get into an accident and I got an accident on my record. Now, only people that's going to hire me is somebody that take people that got an accident. So that's probably like just as bad as a SAP driver and tickets. The good schedule is on dedicated accounts. It is. It's different sectors of trucking. But, not enough XPO guys is talking. Not enough old Dominicans is talking. Not enough, and I think about like how I get paid by mileage. What shit? I mean, like, your mileage can fluctuate. So I shouldn't brag about 3,000 miles, because you know what? Excuse me. I may not get 3,000 miles if they give me different type of schedules. If they give me the other loads, like this load I'm on, it's a broker load, so it's with a live load, and then I gotta go get live unloaded, and it's only 350 miles. So I did all this for a fucking very, very short load. That ain't basically when it comes to hitting your bonus hill, a 300-something mile load. You ain't gonna hit your bonus on 300 miles. It's too low. You need so many of them bitches. I mean, you get miles, don't worry, but man, I just feel like this is inconsistent, man. The only thing different for me when I worked my corporate job in food service, I got the same check every week. Every week I got the same check. This mileage pay, one negative, it's inconsistent. Because it's a lot of variables out here. It's not like you're getting paid by the hour. It's a lot of variables out here. A lot of variables. But the mad thing about when you are a veteran driver and then you're in a new area, so you don't know the area. You're going to new warehouses. So it's not like you don't have any relationships with the customers. So when you hear 5 or 10 years, it's different when you're steadily going to new places. It's Steadily going to new places, new areas, new customers. So that 5 or 10 year experience, it's not like a normal job. To me, it's not. When somebody been working at the hospital for 3 years, somebody been working at school for 3, they know everybody there, what the supplies are, who to talk to when they need something. When problems occur, I go talk to this person. Man, you got resources. Out here, when you OTR, man, here's what I realized too. Some areas, the risk of accident is so high. To me, it's not even worth the driver. It's not even worth risking it. Because other areas is not just tight. Like this area I deliver to is extremely tight. They need to give this. It's the type of area where they need to have every load to get brokered out. They need to give the driver directions. Okay, it's that type of load. And the same with it's just you don't know what you're walking into. You walk to a very, very, very tight area. I remember I delivered to Washington D.C. downtown area. I delivered supplies right on the freeway. Right, on the street. They unloaded me to a construction site. What was the problem? It was in a very, very tight, very, very tight area. Downtown Washington. Very risky. I don't ever want to go back there. It's not worth the money because the chance of getting to an accident or hitting something is just too high, man. Fuck, man. In a lot of areas in general, this is not. They're not as tight. For an example, like as New York City. A lot of areas ain't tight as New York City. So, like if a driver get in an accident in New York City, I know, you guys gonna say, well, you should be paying attention. Well, I'm gonna say this one thing. New York City is a very rare, and high risk area. It's a high risk area. It's very, very. It's not meant for trucks, bro. So I'm talking about some of them super, super tight turns. Low bridges, high risk. There's some areas, man. It's cost drivers their CDL. You don't realize it. You don't fucking realize it, man. The one thing I will say, as I get older, as I learn, you won't dedicate it, bro. You do. Shit. You do, man. You won't dedicate it, bro. Then once you ever drive a day cab and see how you can fit a day cab in so many tight places, you realize like, oh my God, this is the secret weapon of trucking. To me, it's halfway the secret weapon. The other secret weapon is knowing your areas. Knowing the areas, knowing the customers. I think you're just smarter that way. You just are, bro. It's like delivering pizza or doing Uber or Lyft. When customers want you to go here or go there, you know the area, so you have a good idea. You're not blind to the area, And then your broker, the brokers or your manager, no matter what carrier you work with, they don't have no idea what you're looking at. So when I hear old heads talk about, I just think you're at a higher risk versus working dedicated set lanes. Because some areas put you at an extremely high risk of accident. Extremely, extremely high risk of accident. And let's just say worst case scenario. Once you get into an accident, now ain't nobody gonna hire you. That good account with this mega carrier that would have hired you, that could have had you working Monday through Friday, 65 cents, $50 per stop. You could have been home to see your wife and kids. Now they ain't gonna hire you. Now you gotta go out and do OTR. Oh, God. It's, you listen to a lot of, sometimes older people sometimes have a little toxic thinking. I'm realizing it. I'm looking like this. Listen to this guy. He said trucking has changed. nigga, you a SAP driver. You don't have options. I'm similar with you. I don't have options either. I don't have options. So if you're a trucker, you don't have options, and you say trucking has changed. No, bro, you just disqualified from a lot of positions. That's what nobody tells you. Like I said, it's several things. I think SAP is number one. After that, it's accidents, tickets, working for a lot of companies. It's multiple different reasons companies won't hire you. Some companies will. Nah, accidents, tickets, SAP drivers. I mean, it's multiple variables, you know. And here's the deal: from company to company, some companies got great dedicated accounts. I wish JB Hunt would have hired me on one of their accounts, man. You know, fuck. But I was with JB Hunt. I should have stayed. I didn't realize how easy dedicated was, especially dedicated, like Target or Home Depot. You just do Targets and Home Depots, and that's it. Them areas, the risk of accident is just so low, in my opinion. I was on one account, and it gave me a booklet of how to get behind the stores. I think it was with JB Hunt. I think it was Target. JB Hunt had a booklet of how to get behind the stores. I don't know if they went to the stores and did the measurements or whatever, but they had a booklet on how to get to the stores. I forgot about that because that was like 2 years ago. But what did that booklet do? Even if that booklet cost JB Hunt some money to get made, that booklet helped prevent accidents. It's sad that JB Hunt had that on Target. You know who need a book like that? It's Dollar Generals. Dollar Generals need a book like that. What account, in my opinion, have the most accidents is Dollar Generals. You know why? Because there's a lot of Dollar Generals in rural areas. Small, narrow roads, one way in, one way out. May have a low bridge, may not. You may be, and then on top of that, depending on how rural you go, and if it's in the mountains or somewhere, you may go somewhere you don't have no signal. Nobody tells you about it. You may go somewhere in the mountains, delivering Dollar General. Some places just dead zone. Your GPS may stop working. So what are you going to do? You're in the middle of nowhere. Your GPS stopped working. I know. I would have begged to differ. What accounts have them? Because I was on Dollar General. A lot of Dollar Generals are in rural areas, in the mountains, down narrow roads. I would argue that Dollar General probably have the most accidents. I was with a trainer. My trainer almost hit the wires, the power wires, and this nigga had been driving for years. We was on a very, very, very narrow road. He had 10 years of experience. He probably was a good driver. What's the problem? He was on a very, very narrow road. Very, very narrow road. I had Metro PCS at the time. My phone didn't even work out there. What a joke.